Yeah, go.
Hi, my name is Parker.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Rob.
And we are PBR Economics with a key concept in 60 seconds.
Knowing how one economic decision affects many markets and graphs is an important concept that we need to learn in macroeconomics.
Yeah, by changing just fiscal or monetary policy, we as economists can instigate changes in unemployment, inflation, shifts in AD or AS, interest rates, the money market, and the Forex market.
And what makes it even more complicated is knowing what policy to use in what situation, and what happens in the short run or long run for each situation, so we are going to explain the concept right now.
Okay, for a sample problem, let's just say that the U.S. is currently operating at a level at which the unemployment rate is above its natural rate and whose current budget is balanced. Draw its current position on the LRPC curve.
Well, so since the unemployment rate is above the natural rate of unemployment, this indicates that we are in a recessionary gap as shown on the following ADAS graph. This is because firms are producing less output, so they need fewer workers.
As a result, our point will be on the SRPC curve to the right of the LRPC curve, since we are experiencing high unemployment and low inflation.
Now, there are two approaches we could take. We could simply do nothing or institute fiscal or monetary expansionary policy in order to shift the AD curve back to our natural rate of unemployment and get us out of our recessionary gap. In the case of doing nothing, the SRAS curve would shift to the right, back to our natural rate of unemployment. As more workers are willing to work for lower wages and because of lower input costs, the businesses are willing to supply more of their product. This would result in the SRPC curve shifting left as both the unemployment and inflation rates are lower.
However, if we decide to do the expansionary monetary policy, we have three options. We can decrease the reserve requirement ratio, decrease the discount rate, or buy bonds. In the majority of the cases, the Fed would like to buy bonds as their way of tampering with the money supply, because changing the other rates could put a burden on the banks and the banking system as a whole.
Alright, so let's say we decide to buy bonds and fix this recessionary gap. By buying bonds, we are increasing the money supply, as shown on the money supply graph here. As a result of the increase in money, the nominal interest rate decrease. As you can see, it falls as the money supply increases.
This ripple effect continues onto the loanable funds market, as shown here. As the money supply increases, that means there is more money that can be used for loanable funds. As a result, the supply of loanable funds increases, resulting in a lowering of the real interest rate, as you can see right here.
With this decrease in the interest rates, investment spending would increase. Investment spending is a component of the aggregate demand, so the outcome of an increase in investment spending would shift the AD to the right, fixing the recessionary gap.
Now, the AP always asks some question about the Forex market, so we're going to demonstrate this concept to you. Let's say that we are analyzing the Forex market between the US and Japan. What will be the US's dollar value relative to the Japanese yen, and how did this affect net exports?
Well, since our interest rates decreased as a result of the expansionary policy in the market for dollars, Japanese demand for American dollars decreases since they will get less of a return on their investment in the US with a lower interest rate, thus depreciating the dollar. So we'll see the demand shifting in like this. As a result, with one action comes another reaction, and this happens in the Forex market for yen. Since the Japanese aren't supplying as much yen, their currency appreciates, as you can see right here.
Now how about net exports? Well, since the US dollar is depreciating, that means that the US goods look more attractive to foreigners, and as a result, the US will export more goods and import less goods.
Well, that's all we got for you folks. Until next time.